Hi, everyone, and welcome to another one of our discussions here as part of our Career Video Library program with Nevada State College Career Services. As always, my name is Zach Kaczynski. I'm the Coordinator of Employer Relations. We're going to talk a little bit today about the Peace Corps, and we are joined today by Miranda, who's going to talk to us about some of the opportunities that are available. So I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself, and we will jump right into it.
Hi, my name is Miranda. I'm the senior recruiter for the Peace Corps, and I cover Utah, Nevada, and Southeast Idaho. I'm excited to be here with you today.
Awesome, and thank you so much for your time. So, can you tell us a little bit about the Peace Corps and the mission of the organization?
Yes, so the Peace Corps is a federal agency, and we take qualified U.S. citizens abroad to work for 27 months in countries that have requested aid. And the mission of the Peace Corps is for world friendship and peace. It started in 1961 under JFK. So we have three goals. The first is to take qualified U.S. citizens abroad. And by qualified, we mean U.S. citizen 18 years and older. And most of our programs, you need to have a bachelor's degree or 5 years of full-time work experience. And if you have an associate's, that counts towards 2 years of work experience. Our next goal is to share American culture with the countries that we're serving. And then our third goal is to share the culture of those countries with the people here in America.
Absolutely, thank you. So, how did you come to work with the Peace Corps? And can you briefly talk a little bit about the path that you took to get to your current position?
Yeah, so my current position is a staff position with the agency. And I got here by being a Peace Corps volunteer. So I graduated with a degree in business, and then I worked for a few years after I finished school. And then I decided I wanted an adventure and to try something new. I knew I wanted to go abroad. So I applied for Peace Corps and I served in the Republic of Georgia from 2015 to 2017 as a community economic development volunteer working with nonprofits in a small port town called Poti. And then when I got back, I was applying for positions and this one opened up. So that's how I got here. But if you want to serve in the Peace Corps, the best thing to do is to apply at the end of your junior, beginning of your senior year, or about 6 months before you hit that 5-year work experience.
Awesome. So, what are some of the services that the Peace Corps provides?
So we have 6 sectors. So people can work in agriculture, environment, health, education, youth and development, or community economic development. And some of the benefits of doing this kind of work through the Peace Corps is we pay for your flights there and home. We cover your living and housing expenses during your service. We cover your full medical and dental needs. You get vacation days, so you accrue 2 vacation days a month. So by the end, you could take up to 48. And then once you're done, you get $10,000 as a readjustment allowance, grad school benefits, and federal hiring benefits.
Awesome. So, what sorts of opportunities are available for students who are interested in working with the Peace Corps?
Yeah, so we have our 27-month program is a good fit for those finishing their undergrad. And we serve in over 60 countries worldwide. Right now, because of the pandemic, we don't have volunteers in the field, but we are working to get them back by the end of this year. And so you would apply on our website and then you would be able to work in that country. The first 3 months is language and technical training. And then the next 2 years is working in a community. And what's cool about Peace Corps is it's all grassroots level stuff. So you're working at an organization or a clinic or a school. You're working with the director or the mayor, the head of the municipality, actually accomplishing tasks and working in a community, and you're assigned a counterpart. So that's the sustainable development part of it, where it's not just throwing money at a problem or doing something and then when you leave it doesn't continue. It's you're working with a counterpart, you're doing capacity building, you're taking your skills and helping transferring those to the community members so that when you leave, those projects and those skills stay into the community, which is a really cool way to do sustainable development.
Absolutely. So, I think you may have touched on this a little bit, but just to give you another chance, what are some of the benefits of working with the Peace Corps?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about those financial benefits, the the health insurance, the vacation, the $10,000 when you come home. But some of the kind of the softer benefits are language training. Most come back near fluent. That first 3 months is language and technical skills. So you learn skills, you speak the language. You also get to learn about a new culture, be integrated into a new community. The people in your community, particularly like your host family and your counterparts, they become family. And that's a really cool opportunity. And if you're interested in international work, that is also like a huge part of Peace Corps is that you're on the ground doing that kind of work already. So that when you come back, if you want to continue that it looks amazing on your resume. And I'll talk a little bit more about the federal hiring benefits and our grad school program. So federal hiring, it's called non-competitive eligibility, and you get it for a year after your service. And it basically means you can apply to positions that are internal positions only. So the hiring scale will go like veterans and then people with NCE. So it really does help you get into the federal government if that's what you're interested in. And our grad school benefits, we partner with over 200 different universities nationwide, and they're anywhere from 25% to full funding in your grad program. And it's anything from ag, communications, law, med school, all of those sort of things are connected. And even if you're interested in a school that we don't partner with, grad schools love return Peace Corps volunteers.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what do you look for in qualified candidates who apply to work with the Peace Corps?
I mean, first you have to hit those two, the 18 years old, US citizen. But some of the soft skills we're looking for, flexible, adaptable, an ability to do cultural adaptation, and an understanding of who you are as a person and what you're looking to get out of the Peace Corps. And then we're also looking for some hard skills. So if you want to apply to the health program, for example, either having a degree that's health related or having some work or volunteer experience that's health related, and that's more of a public health program. So nursing, public health, if you work for an NGO or a clinic, those sort of things would help qualify you. If you're interested in the community economic development program, have you worked for a bank or a finance agency? Have you worked with a nonprofit? Do you have experience with budgeting and accounting and grant writing, either through your education or on top of that? Youth and development, have you worked with at-risk youth? Have you worked at low-income communities with youth? Education, you have to have a bachelor's degree for education. That's our only program that's a hard requirement for, that all of our education programs require that. But do you have math, science, or English education experience? The English education program will take any degree, but it's helpful to have around 30 hours of tutoring or teaching experience on top of that. So those are the sort of things to consider. If you're interested in one of the programs, look at the required and desired skills on the website, and then start doing activities, work, internships, the sort of things that will help you get those skill sets. What's cool about our program is that you can apply directly to a program in a country or to where you're needed most. So for example, let's say you want to do community economic development in Georgia. You could apply directly to that. Or let's say you're like, I would be willing to go anywhere. I just want to do education or youth and development. You could apply to where you're needed most and then put your preferences, education, youth and development, let's say South America or Asia. And then our placement team will only look at the programs that fit within your preference.
So that's amazing. So if students are interested, where do they go to sign up? How do they apply? And is there any sort of deadline?
So it's a rolling application. It's open year round. We do look at them in kind of chunks of time. So if you're interested in applying for fall, then you want to apply now, sort of thing. So about 6 months to a year before you want to leave, you'll turn in your application. And that's just peacecorps.gov. And then you go to the apply button and pick the kind of program you're interested in, either applying directly to a program or to where you're needed most.
Okay, great. And so now for my favorite question, my little bonus question here, which is, what is a piece of career or life advice that you wish someone had given you when you were a student?
Oh, I have so much. First, I'd say don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can. Also, go to bed. That is the advice I wish I had when I was in college. Just go to bed. Career-wise, I would say give it a try. If you see a job you're interested in and you maybe don't necessarily meet all the requirements, apply. The worst they can say is no. If you're interested in a grad program, apply. Give yourself the opportunity to be successful.
I love that advice. I definitely, something that we've said many times throughout these videos is be open to opportunities. You know, you never know
Mhm.
what's going to come your way and where your career is going to take you. You know, you were a business major and then you ended up in the Peace Corps, and you may not have been what you were expecting. And so absolutely give something a try. You know, you never know who's going to say yes, you know, and you only need one
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
So finally, my last question, which is if students have additional questions, they want to reach out to you, how can they reach you?
Yes. So there's two ways. You can either email me directly, and my email address is mdighton@peacecorps.gov. And that's MDEIGHTON at peacecorps.gov. And corps is CORPS. Or you can go to our website and search for Connect with a Recruiter. And then you can put in your geographic area, your school, um, your zip code, and it will pull up the closest recruiter to you. And again, I am for Nevada, but if you end up moving after graduation, or if you remember watching this several years down the road, go to the website, connect with the recruiter, find the recruiter closest to you.
Perfect. And all of that information should be available underneath this video in the description. We'll make sure that we write all that information there. So Miranda, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Students, thank you so much for continuing to listen to me talk, because I know that these videos are all just me talking a lot. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to make an appointment with our office, maybe you need help applying to the Peace Corps and you want some assistance with your application materials, you can always make an appointment with us to get help with any of those career-related needs at calendly.com/NSC career. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us.
I add one
Sure,
thing.
absolutely.
As your recruiter, I am happy to review your resume and help you do interview prep. So if Peace Corps is something you're interested in, please reach out to me because I can give you any advice I have and help you prep for that. I'm a return volunteer, so talk about my service, connect you with somebody that maybe had a similar service to what you're interested in, look at your resume, help you with that interview. You're 55% more likely to get in if you work with a recruiter than if you don't.
Awesome. Thank you so much for adding that. That's awesome to know. So you heard her, reach out to her. She wants to hear from you. And that's, you know, not many employers or recruiters would offer that much assistance. So definitely reach out. So Miranda, thank you so much again for your time. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you all next time.